Today I'll be discussing the Learning Reflective Essay component of your project and breaking it up for you. Before I go into the reflective learning process, it is really important to take time to consider what the purpose of reflective learning is. Often we go through our day-to-day life without spending too much processing our experiences or reflecting on them. By taking time to be reflective, it is a great way to consolidate what you are learning as well as remember what you have learnt. By spending the time being reflective, it gives us the chance to think about how an experience was on a deeper level, allowing us to learn from that experience. For this group assignment, you are required to write a learning reflective essay. It will be worth 5% of your total grade and will be completed as a team responding to a chosen technology provided from a list. A key thing to remember is that there is no right or wrong way of reflective thinking. Everyone will have their own personal response to the technology. To give structure to the learning reflective process, Graham Gibbs developed a model of reflection which is very well known today. It offers a framework for examining experiences covering 6 main stages and is a great way to discuss your group's response to one of the technologies. Firstly, it is beneficial to write a description. Think about what happened, what was the experience, and what was the outcome. For example, if you chose the digital twin excavator, you can describe how the app allowed you to control the excavator. When you get to feelings, you can explore any thoughts you had during the experience and how they may have impacted the experience. This is when you consider how you were feeling before in comparison to after the experience. For example, if you're a student who has no on-site experience controlling an excavator, the digital twin could have taught you how to evaluate hazards and control an excavator from your phone or device. Once you have established your thoughts on the experience, the next step is to evaluate them. This is where you would consider questions such as, was the experience good or bad? What was good or bad about the experience? And what went well and what didn't go so well? By establishing what was good or bad about your experience, you can move on to an analysis. This is essentially where you make sense of what happened. Why did you have that good or bad experience? Once you've made sense of the experience, it will then bring you to make conclusions. This is an overall reflection where you can summarize what you have learned from your experience. Finally, this takes you to action plan, where you can take a moment to determine what you could have done differently. Now that I've provided you with a framework you can use to approach the reflective essay, I'll give you an overview of the required work. Your reflective essay is expected to be 400 to 500 words in total. You need to be descriptive about your experience, but also analytical. To explore your experience, you are encouraged to include screenshots, photos, or screen recordings to show how you used that chosen technology. Once again, there is no right or wrong way to approach being reflective. To complete your essay as a team, the first step is to decide on the technology you would like to be your focus. These technologies include 360 videos, tunnel boring machine, the digital twin excavator app, as well as the AR piling app. I'll be focusing on each one throughout the presentation. Once this is complete, you can then draft your work as a team and discuss your response before finalizing and editing your work. When you are discussing your experience, I would encourage students to add screenshots or screen recordings of your team using the apps. This is a great way to demonstrate how you personally explored the app and what you found. A common question that has been asked frequently is the learning reflective and the reflective essay the same thing? The answer is yes, they're both the same thing and they're worth 5% of your total grade. The apps and 360 videos are developed by Dr. Samad Sepagoza, and more details about each one can be found in this scholarly article entitled Digital Twin and Web-Based Virtual Gaming Technologies for Online Education. To access the article, you can search the title to find the paper and download a free copy of the full paper, or you can also follow the link I have provided on the screen. If you're still wondering how you should write your reflective essay, I will provide you with a couple pointers. Whilst it is a personal response, you still need to be writing in full sentences and paragraphs. You need to make sure to describe your experience before analysing it. This is what sets reflective writing apart from a normal essay. To help you get started, I've provided a couple examples of reflective language you can use when discussing the technology your group has chosen. Sentence starters such as, on one hand and yet on the other, I was surprised at how this prompted me to I felt or found that, as well as language such as overall, looking back slash in hindsight, we discovered or realized that we were able to are examples of reflective language. Now that I've shared with you how to think and write reflectively, I will go into detail about each of the technologies you are able to choose to write about. These technologies include the Faculty of Built Environment Digital Twin Excavator app, 360 videos, FBE piling app, or tunnel boring machine. Firstly, the 360 videos are also known as ICRT. They are available online and can be chosen for your learning essay. The ICRT modules are available on YouTube. How it works is that you can click and drag and show all around the construction site. These modules are used for an online remote learning purpose. These modules are also used in a dark cylinder room called a VR cinema when there is access to campus and the VR cinema studio. In the photo on the screen, you can see students in the cylinder room experiencing the VR cinema. If you're wishing to focus on construction site layout and the piling process, you will need to review these videos that are on the screen. Whilst the video is running, you can drag it to different sides to see all around the construction site. I will demonstrate the video of the first one for you.
At the moment, we're undertaking the bulk excavation, so we're moving approximately 2,000 tonne of sand per day. So this is the precursor to start the construction. So starting at the foundations first. The building is a science and engineering building, so it'll be a research teaching facility, which will accompany the material science and engineering building. Right. It's approximately 25,000 square metres of building area. Right.
If you haven't explored the Faculty of Built Environment Digital Twin Excavator app, there are 3 basic steps. Start by searching the app name in the App Store if you have an iPhone or Google Play for Android devices. Once you open the app, you can then take the option to complete an in-app tutorial which will guide you through the controls of the excavator. Once completed, you'll have full control to experience the excavator using your camera. I have demonstrated how to do the first 2 steps on the screen. When using the Faculty of Built Environment Piling AR app, there are also 3 steps to navigate the process. Start by downloading the app from either the App Store or Google Play. Read through the description and learning outcomes, and then you can finally navigate through the different chapters of the app. I've demonstrated how to do these 3 steps on my own phone. Make sure to tap within the boundary to place your 3D model. On the right hand side of the screen, you can see the different chapters which you can navigate through. For the purpose of this video, I will just skip to the last chapter, but basically you can work through and read all the information as well as see the process happen. The last technology you can choose is the virtual tunnel boring machine. There are 6 steps to start the tunnel boring machine game. Firstly, you will need to download the zip file titled Virtual TVM via the link provided by Dr. Samad. Find the downloaded zip file in your computer, right-click on the file and choose Extract All. Find and open the extracted folder Virtual TVM. You will find a file called P0125_20190911. Open the file, choose the desired installation destination and install it. After completion of the installation, a new folder will appear at the installation destination. Open this folder and open Windows Node Editor, then click P0125_teaching-aid to run the game. In the security alert, allow both private network and public network. Finally, you can insert your nickname and start the game. An important thing to note is that this application is only available on a Windows platform. If you are using a Mac, it is recommended to install a virtual machine or dual system to be able to run Windows. If you have any questions along the way, ask your teammates, post on the Moodle forum, or email your tutor, student mentor, or lecturer for help. Good luck!